The last movie ends with the gang destroying the game, but what we discover early in this movie is that it didn't stay destroyed. And Spencer, for some reason, some gravitational pull towards the game, had to go back and get it. And unbeknownst to his friends, he's been hanging on to it all this time.
We were keenly aware of, obviously, the fortunate success that we had in the first one with Jumanji, and we wanted to raise the bar. We wanted to be better. We wanted to be bigger in some areas, but we also wanted to make sure that we were rooted in the foundation that really made the first one, I think, unique and appealing to everybody around the world, which was Hart. And we had this opportunity to introduce new characters, obviously in Awkwafina's character, and also bring in the two Danys that wound up really, this relationship that they had wound up anchoring our movie. So it was really, really, for us, just, what are you saying?
I didn't say anything. I didn't say nothing to you.
I'm just saying, I thought you said something.
No.
Jake was touching on it. We had sort of this gift at the end of the last movie, which was that the game was busted. And so, obviously, as DJ was just saying, we wanted to come back and capture the success and the chemistry and the comedy and the action of the first movie, but we wanted to, sorry, no pun intended, we wanted to take it to another level. And the fact that the game was busted actually gave us a certain amount of freedom to take that idea and to change it up and to kind of break the rules of the first movie and do something different.
Yeah, and I think with that opportunity, we had such great success with the first movie. We were all based in Hawaii, but this one, in wanting to just make everything bigger, we expanded in terms of our production scale, what we want to do with our partners. We brought in a great new second unit director. You'll see, I'm sure you guys felt in action with what Karen did, with what the guys were doing. And then on top of it, we went all over the place. So from first being in Hawaii, we were in Calgary, we were in New Mexico. We really just expanded the scope of the movie, and I think it really translated in a big way to a game that's broken and making sure it's given our team a really hard time.
Yeah. You want me to start?
Go ahead, champ.
Before I start, I have a sheet of my, this is my Spanish, because I'm basically, I love Cabo, and I love coming to Mexico, and I love the people, and I just want to make sure that I, embrace where I am. So I just want to start off by saying, están listos para Jumanji. Right, and I just want to say also, bienvenidos al evento de Jumanji. El siguiente nivel. Okay.
Wow.
Now. Yes. I've been working.
Wow.
I'm really big on embracing the culture. No, listen, having the opportunity to portray legends is a big deal in general. This is something that you don't expect to have the opportunity to do, and when you have a project that's as massive as the one that we have, and creative people that are involved, and a director/writer that literally has ideas that are just outside the norm, things like this happen. So when the idea of me being Danny Glover came up, I was like, what the hell? Are you serious? And he said, yeah, I think it'll be great. And I said, not only will it be great, but I'm gonna do what I can to make this man happy about my portrayal of him. So it was a challenge within the idea that I was happy to step up to, and thank God it came out right.
It was a real honor and a true honor to portray and embody Dany DeVito. And also, too, I really think that is, and you guys have seen the movie. I believe everybody has seen the movie, right? So you guys know that, it's kind of like the cool magic of Jumanji, in that you get an opportunity to embody these other people, and really it becomes this limitless idea of maybe multiple Jumanji universes and multiple people. So the fact that Kevin and I had this we admired these guys. All of us, by the way, have admired these guys. They're legends in our business. And also, too, Dany, both Danys have a very distinct way about them, a very distinct acting style, a very distinct cadence and tone, and rhythm in how they speak. So it was a lot of fun for Kevin and I both. And I think the relationship between Kevin and I, outside of our real friendship, that kind of that you feel in the movie, was only made possible by the tone that our two Danys set in the beginning of the movie.
Very true.
Where they are just best friends and kind of going through this strife and kind of ripped apart, but have known each other and have this love for each other for 30, 40 years. So I thank you both. Thank you very, very much for really coming on to our movie. Honestly, it was such a pleasure.
Yeah. Well said, buddy. Well said.
I was really, really honored to be part of this group, and it's like a friendship. They're all friends, and it's really great that they've embraced us, all of us, newbies, into their lives. I don't know how you did me, though.
What are you talking
Well,
about?
you did a
Oh, I
great
did.
job.
I know.
I'm too old for this. No, no, I'm getting wrong part. I didn't want you to say. But it was funny. I mean, for me, sort of working with Dany number one, Dany number one, and so it was a great, and to watch how they both incorporate DJ and also Kevin incorporate those kind of mannerisms that seem, you don't know when you're doing something that it becomes something other than what you're doing until somebody starts repeating you. It's great. He had me cracking up. I was laughing all over the theater when I saw him. It's so beautiful, man. But it certainly was a lot of fun doing that, and a lot of fun having those moments with Dany. As Kevin said, we kind of set the tone of the kind of contentious, bickering kind of relationship that we had. We're able to enjoy, and that was great, man.
Yes, it was.
Great.
I play a character called Ming, and she is very mysterious, evidently. Kevin might have not gotten that memo. But no, she she's no.
They saw the movie. It's not like I'm giving
they
a
saw the
surprise
movie.
to them.
It's
They
all
saw
good.
it.
And I appreciate your words as well. No, I really do. No, she's a cat burglar, and she's allergic to dander. So that's what I was told I could give away about the characters.
It was so much fun. I get nunchucks now. I mean, I can actually use them, and I own some, and it's just the most random skill I never thought I'd have ever in my life, but I really hope I have the opportunity to use it. Maybe like if someone attacked me on the street and I could see if I have the reflexes and the skills to react in the moment.
All right.
But that's not an invitation
Karen,
to attack me, so
That's
don't do
enough.
that.
Jesus Christ. That's enough, Karen.
I've been really aggressive.
Karen's been on one lately.
Yeah,
like
some-
really just aggressive.
since I got-
Something happened that we have yet to get to the bottom of with
Yeah.
Karen. And the
Just angry
nunchucks
and ready to
are.
fight.
By the way, when you guys see Karen in the movie, like I watched the movie, the final cut, not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I was blown away. And I made the movie. We made the movie with Karen, but like her skill level of just kicking ass and how she really elevated those action sequences were amazing. So when you hear that, like,
Yes. Yes.
when you hear that, it's true. When you hear that iconic music, Jack, you want to sing a little bit about that?
Jumanji.
Well,
That's
I
not.
thought that's what you were talking
about.
No.
Ooh, baby, I love your way every day, every day. Wanna sing with you now, lady.
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, Jack Black.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, it's the greatest video game in the world. It's got the best graphics. It makes you wonder who developed the game of Jumanji. Possibly a good plot line for Jumanji 3. Jake? I've been pushing him for a long time. Let's go to space and to see the aliens that developed the Jumanji technology. But he's like, Jack, we're not going to open that can of worms. But, to answer your question, would I rather be old or young playing the game? I often think that when I retire, I'm just gonna play video games 24/7. So I'm gonna say old with the wisdom of age, playing a young man's game. Or young woman's game, a young person's game. Who do I identify myself with most of all of the avatars? Of the ones that I play. Well, I had a ball playing my new character, inhabiting Sir Darius Blain's character. Fridge was an awesome challenge. And, obviously, Bethany, great character, too. I don't really think about which one is my favorite. In the moment, I just feel like this feels right, this sounds right to me, and I always feel like I'm hitting a home run, and it feels great. I love all my characters equally, all my avatars. Oh, I'm always the same avatar. It's so confusing. I love all the inhabitants of my avatar equally.
It's great fun working with these people. It's fun sitting here with them, and it's exactly as much fun working with them every day. They're just brilliantly funny, and all of them, to a body, just completely game. So we have, they're up for anything, will try anything. I feel like they've all been really kind of fearless about how they do this, because it's not, to play these characters that are so different from what they're like in most cases. It's you got to be sort of ready to go for it, and they're all just completely ready to go for it. So it's honestly nothing but fun doing this with these guys. In terms of how we do it, we start talking about it before we start and keep talking about it the whole time, and they have great ideas that they bring every single day, and that becomes a big part of it, and we try and just sort of dial it in and find it, and then I try to keep track of what everybody else in the movie is doing, what the kids are doing in the beginning of the movie, what, in this case, Dany and Dany are doing in the beginning of the movie, so that we can kind of trace it through, and you'll feel like you're watching the same people.
A shout out to our director and our leader, Jake, which I think is important to make. These are complicated movies. They're complicated movies with people playing a bunch of different parts. And he has all of that in his head and runs the set with such an incredible touch, but with such clarity of what we're there to do and what the tone is and what the characters are about in that moment. And it's amazing to watch. And as producers, that's a dream when you have a filmmaker, and I'm sure as actors too, who is as sure-footed as our director. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Jake.
Thanks, man.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very
Thanks
true.
for saying it. Thank you.
And I'm so sorry, before you ask your question, to point out, because we've been laughing and talking about this for such a long time, is since the inception of the first Jumanji, when we all first signed on to do this, that was 4 years ago, Jake has not stopped working on Jumanji. And so his life has been Jumanji for the past 4.5 years. Which
I
is
live it and breathe it.
Yes. So.
4 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
But an incredible 4 years. It's been a really pretty spectacular gift to be able to do this, and this team is just nothing but a joy. And then the people we make the movies with, in terms of the large behind-the-scenes team that it takes to do a thing like this with this much kind of technical sophistication and all these places we go, and I have this amazing group of people working with me in front of the camera and behind the camera, and it's been a pretty awesome thing.
You need to be a guy that everybody is okay with trusting.
That's right.
That's what you need to be. You have to have a certain talent, and you have to have a certain skill for everybody to assume that everything you say is what it is. So from everybody that worked underneath him, we all had a high level of trust, which is why we came back to do the movie again. And in doing the movie again, it was more bells and whistles than it was the first time. But nobody questioned anything. Nobody had doubt because we had trust. I think that's an amazing skill, and all of the accolades that will come this man's way are well-deserved. He is our leader, flat out. That man
Thanks,
is a
man.
4 more years.
Unbelievable.
I think now's the moment you announce. Do it.